Looking for some new mods on my Discord server. First applicant?
We are definitely gonna block Team Rocket from bullying us online. Help us get their screen name red flagged to other users.
You're hired. This is the Pokémon Learning League, an educational website from the late 2000s that was, well, a Pokémon Learning League. It taught common concepts you learned in grade school to kids using characters of the Pokémon anime, sort of like Funbrain. And if you look at this channel that archived these, you'll see that every core subject was covered, except social studies, because I don't think they wanted to imply that World War II happened in the Pokemon world. I'm not gonna go over every lesson here because, well, I'm not a kid in school anymore, so frankly, a lot of these videos were very boring to me. However, if you'd like a more general overview on the history of it, I'd recommend this video by Tim Whitfield. Now, this basically works like any other educational tool you'd use in a classroom, just with the bizarre fact that it's the Pokémon characters doing it. Like, yes, I'm totally gonna trust this show on the concept of science.
But all the experts claim the Pseudo-Wudo's a rock type. But when my colleague opens a book, he shuts his mind to the possibility the experts are wrong.
But luckily, we're not focusing on that today. Instead, we're moving over to the life skills section. For you see, out of all the lessons here, the two that stick out the most are related to the internet. One on online safety, and the subject of today's video, cyberbullying. Now, seminars and PSAs on the internet were common, especially back then. This came out during the late 2000s. The internet was really exploding during this time. YouTube was still fairly new, social media sites were starting to pop up, and forums were the king. A lot more young people were starting to get online, and could sadly be easily taken advantage of. I remember in middle school getting a few types of these videos on how cyberbullying can affect someone, or not to post too much personal info online. Oh, how far gone we've become with the last one. So yes, this was common, but like I said before, using Pokemon characters for this adds an extra bit of hilarity to it. Because while they do use computers on the show, the internet is rarely the subject of an episode. One of the closest things I could think of off the top of my head was the infamous Porygon episode, but that was more general cyberspace. Ash and Co are out and about traveling and battling. They don't have time to weigh down the episodes with everyone checking their emails. Now, the online safety one is interesting to watch under a modern lens. It's about Team Rocket posing as a coordinator on this social media site for coordinators and using it as a means to lure Dawn into a place to steal her Pokemon. I've seen too many stories of this in our modern day internet landscape, let's just say. And the cyberbullying one is, well, pretty wild. So let's address the Dawn fan in the room right away. The animation. Yeah, it ain't good. It's on par with other Flash games around that time, and was clearly rushed with a lack of a budget. And if you're wondering about why Dawn's outfit looks like that, no joke, her outfit was too revealing for American schools, so they gave her longer sleeves. Yep, Dawn got dress coded. Arceus help her. So our heroes are talking about an upcoming Pokemon contest while Dawn's Piplup was replaced by a vector off Google Images. So Zoe, Dawn's rival for the three people asking, goes to her laptop to show off some contest tricks, and Team Rocket is spying on them. And I gotta say, for a non-canon Flash edutainment thing, they do get their characters down accurately. Then it goes from 0 to bra immediately.
I see her email address.
Okay, Jessie, you sudden doxer.
We'll barrage her with bogus emails.
Yep, this is actually their plan. I know for a seminar like this, you gotta dumb down the characters a bit for the purpose of the lesson, but come on. This is what Team Rocket would do after they've exhausted every other idea and are 2 steps away from calling it quits.
I'm getting all these mean emails from an email address I don't know.
Weird. Usually cyberbullying is via DMs or comments, but by email? This might be my Zoomer ass talking, though.
You, on the other hand, stink big time.
One thing that's always funny about these cyberbullying PSA seminar things is how much they have to dumb down what hate comments are actually like. Cause remember, this came out at around 2007-2008. I may be a Zoomer as mentioned above, but even I know that is not what a hate comment back then would look like. I'd say what it would be in the current day, but YouTube will slash my tires, so nah.
Let's talk to Quinn. He knows how to deal with things like this.
Okay, so this is probably out of left field for most of you, but to sum it up, each subject has their own little teacher that Ash and Co can just call up, They're basically meant to give out the educational element of these. Quinn's the one for life skills, obviously.
Because when you're being bullied, you should always tell a trusted adult.
Okay, forget the varying reactions an adult will have to an in-person bullying situation. A cyberbullying case, especially at this time, you'll get a lot of "just turn off your computer" remarks from them. So he goes over the different types of cyberbullying and the reasons why someone might be a bully, which is pretty typical stuff for the time. I'm not an expert on child psychology, so I'd rather not make any arguments here, but I will comment how different of a time this really was. A lot of this is pertaining to email when, honestly, I'm not even sure if most cyberbullying or hate comments were happening over there. I think they'd be in forums or YouTube comments or MySpace for you dinosaurs in the audience. He even gives a small tutorial on how to block and report a user's email. It's wild that there was once upon a time when people needed instructions on this.
With the help of a trusted adult, you can also send an email to the webmasters of the site.
Webmasters? Hi, post-recording Chico here. So originally there was going to be an over-the-top reaction to the concept of the term webmaster, because to my tech-illiterate Gen Z ass, that name sounded both hilarious and badass at the same time. Upon further research though, I learned that this was a real term that dates back to the old internet and is still used today. So if you see jokes about the word in this video, that's why. The best part about this is both how much of a time capsule this is, and how much it's actually educating me.
But what if the person changes their username?
Their account's still banned. It's still under one account. Changing the username does jack shit. You might be thinking of the concept of making alt accounts, which I can strangely see Team Rocket doing.
Oh, foolish twerp. I've got 20,000 more alternative accounts lined up. A mere ban won't stop me. Wobbuffet, take control of account 3. These webmasters should prepare for trouble.
I also have never heard anyone call it red flag either. I just assumed it was flagging.
We're going to ask Officer Jenny, an adult, for help dealing with this cyberbully.
Okay, now you've lost me. You get some mean comments and immediately go to the police. Not the mods, not the admins, not the webmasters or whatever, but the freaking cops. Let me tell you, doing that, especially at the time, would get you ridiculed even more. Especially considering the worst they're doing in this case is being kind of a dick, which isn't a crime, unless Jessie is threatening you with your personal info or something.
Team Rocket is doxing at the speed of light.
Like, usually when they say, tell a trusted adult, it's usually your parents or something. I'm just imagining a cop getting the 1000th 911 call about the comments of someone's video sucking or something like it's another day for them. The quiz part of this lesson is even filing a report to Officer Jenny via questions that were taught in this. Like, oh, you stated facts about cyberbullying? Such an enticing report with tons of evidence. So they get the report in and this happens.
Possible suspects. Is there anyone that usually harasses you?
Team Rocket!
I love how blunt they sound about it, because really, the fact that they're grown adults stalking and regularly trying to rob a 10-year-old should be more damning than calling someone a loser online, albeit someone who is also a minor.
Let me radio the station to check. Well, listen to this.
I know it's a bit of a low-hanging fruit to dog on the animation here, but Jenny legit looks like a puppet here. Strange comparison, but it feels like something I'd see on Robot Chicken.
I found out that the domain name of the emails can be linked to the general Team Rocket organization.
You should probably do something about that database given how much of a potential danger it is to a lot of people. Also, I don't think Giovanni's gonna like them doing this on company time.
Oh, our stealing is commission-based anyway.
Can you help us decide what to do? Great!
Slow down, Ash the Explorer. What do you want out of your backpack?
We are definitely gonna block Team Rocket from bullying us online. Help us get their screen name red flagged to other users.
Wake up, babe. New copy pasta just dropped. So after another round of questions, they confront Team Rocket after banning their account. I'd imagine a lot of bullying in the Pokemon world is settled through battles, or assaulting them with your pets, whichever comes first.
Oh no, not the computer!
I like how it wasn't until well after the shock that the computer fell. You know, if it wasn't already fried from getting electrocuted.
I guess Team Rocket won't be bothering anyone online anymore.
But don't worry, Ash, they'll still be stalking you daily. So that was Pokemon's take on cyberbullying. You like edutainment with lessons that may or may not fit within the Pokemon world? Then check them out. It's so crazy how something like this existed. It almost feels nostalgic. I remember so many internet safety lessons back then, and the animation, while pretty low budget, did have that sort of charm of the old Flash games I used to play. Honestly, as corny and silly as these are, I do kind of wish I knew of this as a kid. I was in elementary school when this was out, and did have quite the hyperfixation on Pokémon, or rather, still do. As embarrassing as it is to say, this might have actually helped me in school back then. Sadly though, I only heard about this a few months ago and am now far too old for the lessons here. But I'm sure some other small child obsessed with Pokemon could get something out of this, cause if there's one thing this did teach me...
Oh, silly little twerp! I've already successfully doxed this very forest. In fact, the address for it is...
See you next time!